Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Former LA Laker Spencer Haywood is confirming a story that he shared in HBO's Winning Time, saying that he did indeed circumcise himself when he was young. Yeah, this.
What the hell are they talking about on this damn show? I thought it was about the Los Angeles Lakers. I didn't know they were talking about people's dongs.
Yeah, this he grew up in a small town of Silver City, Mississippi, and he said doctors were not readily available in such a small town, so it was a family tradition to do circumcision surgery on yourself. A family tradition.
That's the moment where I'm like, guys, can we move to a bigger city? Because I'm about to...
Wow.
I don't like this family anymore.
Right. This tradition doesn't seem like much fun if you're a boy.
Whoa, here he is talking about it. What the...
In this small town in Silver City, Mississippi, you had no doctors. So my mother was doing it from a biblical standpoint. You got to be circumcised. So since we didn't have a doctor, it was a tradition with the boys that we were circumcised. But you tear the skin, and then you would have the knife, and you'd cut it and make sure.
Would you have, like, some assistance?
Yeah, I had my brothers.
Yeah, I mean...
They had to go through it, too. You did it to the hogs, so why not do it to the humans?
Well, at least they had experience.
Wow.
Did it to the what?
The hogs.
Like the Seahawks?
Hog.
Like a pig.
Hog.
Why do you need to circumcise the hogs? I mean, is that a farm thing? I mean, I'm a city folk. I just don't get it.
No.
I mean, so they had experience. You're absolutely right. They had experience, I guess, but I never heard of circumcising hogs. I don't know what that's about.
I'd never
Maybe so they don't want to... Is it because of...
Like, no, pork's not in my diet, guys. I've gone full vegan.
Yeah, so they didn't want them. They circumcised men, if I remember, so that our sex drive would be lower. That was the idea. So they didn't want the hogs making bacon. So is that why they did it?
And I don't know if it was a movie I watched. I can't remember, or like something from like a doc. It's like a little bit of like part of my brain that remembers that seeing something where there's like a certain cultures in different countries where like that's like a rite of passage, and that's the moment of you becoming a man is when you get circumcised. But you have to go into a room. Wow. And it's not very doctor-like, and it's also not happening when you're a child and you don't remember it. Like, you actually have it happen, like, when you're a young teen.
So, yeah, when you're 12, 13, because I know what quinceañeras are. That's like, 15th birthday, right, Vic?
This is more like a quinceañera.
Yeah. Man, dude, that's, I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, that's
a bond you'll have with your brothers forever. Remember that time you had to hold me because you had to circumcise?
Wow.
And it looks like it's a Filipino tradition, tuli, which is it's a rite of passage for the boys.
Isn't that bizarre that every culture has a different reason for doing it? Because in some cultures it's religious. Like he said, it's biblical. I don't know what religion they are, but when he uses the word biblical, I'm like, is it in the Bible somewhere where you're supposed to get circumcised? And I always thought it was a Jewish tradition.
Well, Jesus was Jewish, so...
Yeah, but I mean, I know he was Jewish, but at the same time...
There were pigs on the ark, so I mean, this is all coming together.
There were pigs on the ark? I had no idea. Granted, I missed that. Unfortunately, I was a little too... It was only 5 years before I was born when they did the ark thing.
And I can't find anything about circumcising hogs, but they do castration in pigs to prevent boar taint.
I'm sorry, boar what?
Boar taint. Which is present in meat, and you don't want them to have that taint.
Oh, tainted meat. I thought it was about the taint of the bull.
No. I thought it was like an unenthused taint of a... Never mind.
Yeah,
or a pig.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's the offensive, just quick Google, offensive odor or taste that could be evident during the cooking or eating of pork or pork products derived from non-castrated male pigs once they reach puberty.
Oh, I just thought they wanted to give more room for that area down there. If we castrate them, then the taint has more room.
One texter says, "Oh no, we use the term hog as like a euphemism for something." Maybe that's what he was talking about.
I don't
think so, though.
I don't know about that.
No.
Wow.
Well, I can't. I wish I remember the movie or the thing that I saw, but it was like a scene. I remember. It's so bad that I don't remember anything else about this thing that I watched except for the scene. There was a kid, like a 12-year-old, and he was going into like a tent or a room, and he was getting his thing snipped, and he's like screaming, and then he's like, "Okay," he comes back out. Now you're a dude.
Yeah, dude. That's. I mean, that's horrific.
Yes.
I mean, that is horrific.
I'm glad that we do circumcisions at a young enough age where you don't remember that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I still, I get into a lot of fights with doctors who will tell me that I'm wrong, but I'm like, well, we were born with it. So I see no reason why we have to get rid of it. It seems ridiculous to me. It's a part of nature saying.
We're born with an umbilical cord, but we had to cut it.
Oh no, it would fall off eventually. If you waited, the umbilical cord will eventually fall off on its own. So I don't mind that. I mean, that's something that is going to happen. Even
attached to the mom, like you would just. It would just break off?
Eventually it would, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So, I mean, yeah,
because remember. We just kind of be connected to mom, like on a cord.
Well, think about it. Women gave birth in the fields. They gave birth out in nature. I mean, for long before we had this whole procedure, 1,000 years ago, there were no hospitals. They just gave birth.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the umbilical cord attaches to the placenta, which just comes out anyway. So at worst, you would just be attached to a flesh bag.
Okay, this is a very interesting conversation.
Yeah, I mean, not a doctor, so yeah.
Oh, you're not a doctor? Are you sure?
Yeah, I play one on television.
I feel like we're really all doctors here. So yeah, hey, and this all started because a former NBA player said that because they had no doctors in their small town, they did their own circumcisions, and it was a family tradition. And I guess he said his mom based it on the Bible, so it's like you got to get circumcised. Wow.
And it was Spencer Haywood, who did play for the Sonics.
Oh well, but then unfortunately they had to cut him.
Jeez,
ouch.
Yes, ouch.
Yeah, I don't like this story anymore.
What kind of food do you serve at a circumcision party?
Pigs in a blanket.
Little Smokies, yeah.
Pigs in a blanket.
Pork rinds.
Yeah, of course,
All right. Bacon.
Cold cuts.
Slim Jim so you can snap into them.
That's it. That's I think we've got the entire buffet ready to go. Yeah, and just sliced meat, right? That's all you really do. No? Okay.
Cold cuts.
I need to start watching this HBO series. I didn't realize they were getting down and dirty like they are with these stories.
Dude,
I did want to watch it because it's about the LA Lakers, and it seems like it's a pretty interesting. I think that's a pretty interesting subject.
Is that the fictional one, sort of, with John C. Reilly? Is that the one we're talking about?
I thought it was a documentary about it.
Oh, maybe you're right. There's another show that's on some paid network. John C. Reilly is playing like a coach of the Lakers or something. I don't know.
No, you might be right. It's a dramatic miniseries. You're right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
I definitely want to watch it because sometimes you're not in the mindset for a documentary, but if they just recreate a true story, I'm in for that.
Yeah, and John C. Reilly is in this as Jerry Buss.
Does the penis talk? Because, I mean, there's a standard now. I've got the Pam and Tommy standard.
Precedent has been set.
At this point, I mean, if the penis is not going, don't cut me, don't cut me. Oh, it's called Winning Time. Okay, Winning Time. There it is.
Yeah, actually, it's Spencer Haywood's dong is being played by the voice of Rob Schneider.
There you go.
Do it! Wow.
You can cut it! Okay, no. Life. Humans are quite the beings, aren't they? I mean, with all the things that we do based on what our brains tell us is the right thing to do. If I'm an alien and I land and I just go, you do what to your what? Okay. Okay.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Exactly.
I think painful.
The tradition.
Yeah, all right. That's why the aliens probe us. They go, look what they do already to themselves. Our probing's not going to be a problem.
Oh, so this is Winning Time. It is amazing.
Well, there you go, Steve. Let me know what you think of it.
Excellent miniseries. You should check it out.
I'm a Celtics fan, so of course I won't watch it.
Oh, that was the big rivalry back in the day.
I know, and I'm a little pissed that we don't have a show about the Celtics, but that's probably because Larry Bird never circumcised himself. I knew Larry Bird, you know what, he didn't try hard enough.
He wasn't cutting his dong, so therefore they're not making a documentary about it.
Thanks, Larry. You didn't try hard enough. Hey, here's a question for you. Why would a guy hack into his neighbor's Bluetooth speaker. Oh, it's a pretty funny reason. And you're going to hear what he did at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Let's talk about this guy. His name is Matt. He went on TikTok to share how he pranks his neighbors when they're playing loud music. This is pretty ingenious. What he does is he creates a song of his own, then he connects to their Bluetooth speaker and starts playing his tune.
My upstairs neighbors are being loud again, and I'm still, for some reason, able to connect to their Bluetooth speaker. Your music sucks. Please turn it down. Your music sucks. Please turn it down. Please turn it down. Your music sucks. Your music sucks. Your music sucks. Please turn it down. Please turn it down. Also pick up after your dog.
Jesus.
Okay.
What happened to the old days of just leaving a note on their door?
Oh,
we just don't want to talk to anybody, do we? Like, we don't even want to have a conversation. Like, be like, hey, guys, could you keep the music down? Or unless maybe he has and he just said, screw it. At this point, I'm just going to have some fun and make fun of them on TikTok.
And I wonder, man, if that were me, like, I would like, what the hell is going on? But it's amazing how many people's devices are connectable. I find when I open up my phone on a plane, it is like, Sammy's Bluetooth headphones want to connect. Jimmy's Beats wants to connect. I'm like, wow, this is wild.
It is. It's even in our house. Like sometimes, like we have like a Bluetooth upstairs, and if my wife will be using it, and if I'm downstairs and I don't even think about it, it'll instantly like sign into mine. And like if I'm watching a video, all of a sudden like, why isn't it working? And then I'm turning up the volume, and then all of a sudden I hear from upstairs this is getting like uncomfortably loud, and my wife's like, "Can you turn your Bluetooth off? Your stupid wrestling video is playing right now."
Oh yeah, the total accident.
I wouldn't do that to troll her.
Well, I think you're probably just trying to condition her, like some sort of Clockwork Orange kind of thing. Where it's like, I'll just keep blasting her until she wants it.
Until she wants Randy Orton.
And I'm just happy you said wrestling and not something else. Could you imagine?
I know.
Oh, yeah, that would be.
I bet that's happened.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
My gosh, could you imagine if that happened? I mean, speaking from experience of having grandma walk in on me in one of those instances, that stunk. But this could be almost on that level. Almost, not nearly as bad. But
I've seen TikToks of people who, it's like a dealer or a mechanic or something. And it's like, oh, their phone is still connected to the Bluetooth because the screen, the light up screen on their car is showing exactly. And it's going to like a Pornhub or something like that.
Yeah, buddy.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Mortifying.
No doubt about it. Even though pretty much everybody does it, still, it's an embarrassing moment.
You don't want everybody to hear it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully it's like during like a scene, like of a conversation and not like not an action scene, but like, like a dialogue scene.
Not too many in Pornhub clips, though, Steve.
And plus,
and some of those conversations are weird.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about the porn, hub, the little sound effect, the drum thing at the beginning. And it gives it away every time if you know what Pornhub is.
There's a sound effect at the
I was going to say, is it like Netflix? Like the dun-dun-dun?
Kind of, but it's
like
like
I had no idea.
I have no idea.
Who's watching the beginning of the videos,
Wow.
Vicky?
Well, because I got to see where I want to start. I don't want to get right into the action. Sometimes I want to see, a little of the quote-unquote romance.
Danny has his favorite, so he knows exactly where to go to,
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, tell someone you don't watch Pornhub without saying you don't watch Pornhub. Because I was like,
So they have a, what do you call it, a sound banner, sound signature? Like, Intel. Yeah, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, because I remember watching
They have something like that? I had no.
There was a kid who got
Can
in
we find
trouble.
that?
Yeah.
Rev, I don't know if you can find just that part, but make sure
how
whatever
about-
it cuts to is not bad.
Wow. Vicky, I didn't realize that you were, watching as much that you even could figure this out. I didn't even know there was one.
Well, what really made me look for that sound was this kid was at like an assembly at school and he was playing the drums and he made that sound effect and all the guys in the crowd were like, ah!
Okay,
Yeah,
that's funny.
I found it. And it's literally just the it's just the sounder. Hold on.
That one? That's before every Pornhub video?
See, I don't ever watch Pornhub, apparently.
Oh, I watch a lot of Pornhub, but I never heard that sound.
On X and XX, they don't do any sounds. They just go straight to.
Just get right into it. Don't bore
Oh,
us.
wow.
They have weird commercials that promise things can happen to you rather quickly, but yeah,
Right?
you skip those.
Oh, of course you do, yeah. Oh. Well, you know, I'm going to have to pay attention, I guess.
I guess. They should just use this as the sounder.
Yeah, they really should. Every time you turn it on.
Yeah.
Turtle Hub.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I don't think we want to go to Turtle Hub.
No.
Do we? No. Okay.
Oh, I think you found the video of like
Yeah.
the school band playing it and the entire room loses their mind.
Okay.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, all the guys. I'm sure some of the girls are like, what?
I bet he told his buddies that he's going to do that.
Sure.
Apparently, according to Twitter, if you believe it, it says that he got expelled for playing that during the talent show.
You know, I'm
Really?
not surprised.
Then you have to be like, oh, well, I don't know what. I heard this tune once and I was just
Okay.
playing it.
I hope
How
that-
would you know?
I hope that actually is, is just not true. You can't expel
Right.
the kid for that. That's a funny joke. And if everybody knows what it is, it's not the kid's fault.
I'm not saying you should, but I'm not surprised they do. Just the way that some people are so sensitive about sex stuff and sex humor, and all of a sudden, you know, he does something that knowingly is a nod to a porn company, and the entire room goes nuts. It's probably like,
I would be.
That's
I
not
would be.
that's not the reputation we want in our school, because it's spread probably like crazy.
I would be a parent out of control if my kid got suspended for that, because that's clever. And look, hate to say it, but you know what? Here's a shocker, in case anybody's going to get shocked. But your teenage children are going to try to see naked people because that's it. They like to see naked people. That's kind of been forever. Okay. Right? I mean,
Yeah.
how do parents get shocked over that? They were kids themselves. Are they going to tell me they never tried to see naked people when they were in their teens? Really?
I just want to text this. X and XX doesn't have high quality videos, though. You know, on the phone, it doesn't need to be anything special. As long as it's not fuzzy.
Wow.
The quality, I've never been like, I need 4K.
Yeah, I didn't
1D
even
is
realize
good enough for me.
Excuse me?
I see what you did there. Okay, I didn't realize all these things came into play, as it were. I just figured if I can make out what the hell's on the screen, yay for me, because Steve, you and I came from the scramble generation where we thought we saw a booby once in a while.
Yeah, if you just even heard a certain sound, you're like, that's good enough.
Yeah. So, hey, something's happening in that snowy picture, and you know what? It's awesome.
And is that what, are you beaming these videos to your television? Like, I'm not. So it doesn't matter if the quality is like high quality to me.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, I don't know
I just
what a
want a good
person needs.
storyline and a good reason why they're making.
How about
love.
you sitting there and you're ready to get in the mood and you're going, wait a second, this is only 1080? Oh, I'm out.
Although I do hate when all of a sudden you find one, you're like, this has got to be awesome. You're like clicking on this thumbnail and then it's in a different language, and you're like, come on, man, like you got to warn me. Like I was expecting like a story and I can't understand what's going on.
Yeah, but then you
I
get
prepared for this.
And then you're
story,
like,
guys.
all right, I'll watch it. And then you're like, well, now they're saying things in a different language. I can't. This takes me out of the mood.
That's,
Or when they
those
have
are-
subtitles to those. I've seen some that had subtitles, and I'm like, I don't.
The
No.
subtitles are blocking things.
Yes.
Yeah. then you really can see how well you can multitask.
Yeah, you need to like lower the opacity on that subtitle.
We're in the age now where like Bluetooth. I mean, sure, it probably happens with the Bluetooth, but I've noticed that.
Oh, yeah, it does.
It's sad that I've noticed this, but I could beam whatever to, because I live in an apartment complex,
Oh
and a
my
lot of times
gosh.
it's like, which TV do you want to connect to?
Yep.
So it's just like at that point, go on a Pornhub and start beaming it to the neighbors.
Well,
Oh my God.
exactly.
Poor
It's like that-
grandma's just trying
Yeah.
to watch Murder, She Wrote, and you just beam.
That's why those
Somebody's
folks.
slaying something.
Yes.
That's why that TikToker Matt, he could have been a lot worse than just play his song, turn your music down, because he could have done what Danny just said.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's just a bunch of turtles moaning. And that's what I would do. I would get the Matthew McConaughey bird and I would get the turtles moaning and I would just beam. I would make all those sounds and beam them to somebody's house. How cool would that be? All right, all right, all right. Oh, yeah. Get them all in there. Oh, please. See, I would love to be able to beam this to random people's houses. Yeah, wow. Oh, yeah. Wow. And don't forget,
turtles.
There we go. And then you have to end it with the, what can I say? I like fried chicken, kid. You know, and then that's it. We should really provide that to people. Like, just make a whole montage, end it with the fried chicken kid, and send it to anybody that put a link up, and people can just beam it to random folks.
like fried chicken.
You know, just that whole montage.
All right, it has nothing to do with porn, but it has to do with the little opening stage. What do you think is like the most iconic opening stager to something?
Oh, you mean like a sound
effect,
banner?
Like, yeah, like, you know.
Oh, wow.
Like Netflix is a good one.
Yeah, that seems like the one that I always just remember that. Da-dum.
It's not the most iconic, but for adults, but for kids, I love watching videos of parents in a different room playing the Cocoa Melon sound. Cocoa Melon. And then the kids just running in and just tripping over themselves to watch Cocoa Melon. It's a hilarious watch.
That's a good sound signature. No doubt about it. I know we have one, right? Odyssey has a sound signature, don't they?
What?
Okay. I thought, you know what? It's obviously not working very well.
Are you talking about the bloop, bloop, bloop thing?
Yeah, that's our sound signature.
It's kind of in there. I don't know. I guess you're right. Yeah,
no, it is. I mean, they made a big deal at the. Well, you didn't. You see, Steve, because you sometimes don't go to all the company meetings.
I was there. I was taking a shower when it was going on.
Let's see, Danny. Can you find our sound signature? I mean, we're up there with the Intels and the Netflixes, aren't we?
So it's was it bloop, 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 bloop.
You know, God, if it sounds like that, it's got to be better than that. Come on, Odyssey is like we're like the hip new happening people. We got to have a great sound signature, right? Danny can't even find it.
I'm looking for it.
Yeah, we probably should be better.
Well, here's one sound effect that maybe you guys will notice.
Okay.
Yes, SVU. That was mine for sure.
Yeah.
Is that Law and Order?
Yeah.
Law and Order SVU.
Right,
okay. That's a good one. And of course, you know the CSI, right? Miami.
Well, that's just the screaming from the sun. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, that's a great sound signature, which if you're the Who, you're like, thanks for that. We basically created that, and now everybody thinks just CSI Miami.
So is it the PlayStation startup sound?
Oh, yeah, good call.
Oh, the Sega startup sound. Sega!
Yeah. All right, so what do we do? Did you find ours, Danny?
I did.
All right, ladies and
gentlemen.
People, you can't say that anymore. I've got to not get that out of my mouth because now it's just, hey, people. All right, so, hey, people, here you go.
This is the
That's
Mighty
us.
Starring BJ and Migs mornings.
Because, hey, at least once a day,
that's not it. Never mind.
experience a BJ.
You know, I'm ready for my BJ.
That was the wrong one.
Oh, the BJ part? That's the Odyssey?
Give me a second.
No, that's not.
Yeah, the BJ part is.
That is Lisa Ling, though, by the way, very professional journalist Lisa Ling, who we had her as a guest, and she said, I want a BJ. And I'm like, I'm keeping that, baby.
So it's a THX, the surround sound?
Oh,
when I was 9,
right.
It blew my mind.
Yes, that's a good
GameCube
call.
one? That's a good one.
Yeah, the who? Oh, the
GameCube. Yeah.
I don't remember the GameCube one. We're talking sound signatures, and I don't remember that one.
Doesn't Xbox have one also?
Probably.
See, here's the problem. If you don't remember it, it didn't do the job.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So you're right. Ours is sort of like the plop plop.
What the hell was that?
I don't feel that's our sound signature.
No, I think that's Pornhub, actually.
Yeah, it probably is.
I thought it was the Alka-Seltzer. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz.
That's
what ours. I think that's what ours sounds like.
That's what he sounded like. The plop, plop.
Yeah.
No, ours is more like.
Okay, you know what? Are you really going to are you going to judge me with those alien noises coming out of you right now? Really?
What about you got mail from AOL?
Oh, dude, that was the one. God, AOL used to be so amazing and then just fell right off the cliff.
Dolby, a few people have said.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How's that one go? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Okay, good.
There's one that goes. Is that THX?
I think that's.
Or is that Netflix? I mean, damn it, I don't know who it is.
Danny, did you ever find our?
I think I found it. I don't know what it's labeled as. That's a problem. But let's try this one.
We're the Mighty 99.9 KISW
That's ours.
and KISW HD1 Seattle. An Odyssey station.
Is that it?
The guitar, yeah.
Oh,
That's us. No,
I thought it was the little blue.
No, it's not the ploppy thing. That's, I think.
Oh, the ploppy thing.
The ploppy thing is ours, along with their. That's KISW's, along with the ploppy thing. But the Odysseys is that.
Are we sure it's that, or it's not this?
Nice.
No. Chickadee ching. Welcome to Odyssey.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
Hey, chickadee ching. It's Odyssey, the station. No?
Actually, you know what? I think we should submit that to the company and tell them we feel after the few months that you've been trying to do this sound signature, we've got a better one. Here it is.
Hey, chickadee ching.
Created by Steve
It's
Miggs.
Odyssey, the station.
I like it.
Yeah. Created by Steve Miggs, the soon-to-be terminated employee of Odyssey.
Yeah, Steve, you take full credit on that one.
Well, they got to keep me until Friday for the roast of Steve Miggs. After that, there's no guarantees.
Okay, fair enough.
They built a whole thing about it.
Yeah, they did. All right, well, you know what? Enjoy your last week.
It's been good.
Yeah. Yesterday, Odyssey boy over here did get this one right.
Which TV network ran the TV show Bonanza from 1959 to 1973?
NBC.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
It really is. Now that one worked. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Okay. See, we're all, and we don't even know what we have. We have 3 different sound signatures. We can't figure out which one is ours. All right. Fair enough. The answer, by the way, you didn't get it right. So never mind. There is no correct answer. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs. We'll do that at 8:47 on the Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How do I figure out who my creditors are?
People a lot of times have had a long time of not having good credit and having collections, and so they're concerned that you may be concerned that you won't be able to find all your creditors if you file bankruptcy. How will I know which collection agency has my credit card bill from 10 years ago now? And that's something that's hard to keep track of because credit collection agencies transfer your debts all over the place. But we will pull all your credit bureaus, and by getting all 3 of your credit bureaus, we'll be able to tell who has your credit and debt now, which collection agencies have had it in the past, and we'll make sure that we file all your creditors when we file your bankruptcy so that nothing slips through the cracks.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.